Hello YouTube, B3 here back with another kicking action figure review. Today's view is over another Power Rangers Dino Charge action hero figure, and it is Villain Bones. That is right, a very, very neat figure. He has plenty of problems though. Most of his neatness comes from detail and paint, but we're going to get into that shortly. You know, he's from the Power Rangers Dino Charge action hero series, from the Villain Wave. Oh my gosh, a Villain Wave. If Bandai America keeps making villain figures, I'm just gonna be so happy because it's been so long since we got like a bunch of good villain figures. Like they've just been doing maybe like the main villain and then a foot soldier, but now we're getting all these guys. I'm so happy about it. Even though they aren't making the one villain I want, which is Chandelura. I don't know what her name is in Dino Charge, just the Sentai, but she's the female bad guy with all the hearts on her. I like her a lot. She's really cool. But they're not making her. I'm mad about it. And this is her monster. This is one of her monsters, I believe. He steals people's backbones to make them cowardly, which is, you know, the same thing he did in the Sentai, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, you know, Bones, obviously, covered in bones. Really neat design. He's got his little smiley face right there. Skull here. Kind of like the skull with all the ribs coming out of it, which is really nice. Kind of like the elephant mammoth type bones on his shoulders. Those are really cool. His head looks neat. It's got lots of little paint in these areas, which is real nice. This little skirt thing has all these cool bones painted up on it, like it's a frog or toad skeleton kind of, and it like becomes bird skeletons. That's really cool. Not painted on the back at all, which is really too bad. They gave us his pot that he holds him in, and it can peg into him, which isn't really something I expected from this figure, but we got it, and the pot's pretty well detailed and empty, so you can like stick his arm in it if you want. Yeah, but I'd leave it pegged because there's not really a way for him to hold it other than to slide it on his arm and hold his arm out. But he does have like cool spine there, fists, just a neat figure. Detail and paint wise, really good on the front. You know, great detail on the back, but the paint's really lacking. But with this figure, you know, this is really the only way you can display him is straightforward like this, because he's not very posable. That's the big problem with this figure. The head can barely move side to side at all. The arms go up and down and forward and back, but they're a little hindered by the mammoth shoulders, obviously. No articulation down here, though. Maybe they could have put a swivel here or something, but they didn't. I guess there wouldn't have been that much of a point, because all you can still do is punch forward. Either way, no waist. Waist would have been nice. I think they could have fit waist articulation in there, don't you? They definitely could have had waist articulation, I feel like. And no leg for obvious reasons. Like, I don't feel bad that there's not leg articulation, but there is some down here. Like this kind of swivel. But what's the point of this swivel? I mean, it doesn't make him any more posable. Why is it down there? Fun factor, maybe? I'm not sure. Not sure. I mean, he's the fun figure. Kids are going to love this figure, you know. Bones, fight your Power Rangers. Have an army of bad guys against your army of Power Rangers. They always make a ton of Power Rangers and almost never any villains for them. So very excited to have villains. I'm more of a hero collector personally, but for every hero, you gotta have at least one villain, right? Right? Really love this dude. Very cool figure. But, you know, now let's get into those size comparisons. Here he is with other Power Rangers Dino Charge action heroes. Here on the left we have Gold Ranger, and on the right, Pink Ranger, the regular version of Pink Ranger. So, yeah, it looks like he's going to scale well with the other Rangers. And he scales well with like the Super Mega Force stuff too, because it's all the same base mold and stuff. So, see, there's Quantum Ranger. So he's going to scale well with the Super Mega Force and like the Legacy things, like the Legacy Mighty Morphin, you know. So, yeah, you know, looking really cool. And obviously I have to show him with villains as well. Here on the left, we have Villain Wrench, and on the right, Villain Ice Monster. Dumb name. But, yeah, you know, I think he scales really well with all these guys. He's the worst figure of the three, honestly. If you're only going to get one of these, I'd say get Ice Monster. I love Ice Monster. But, yeah, you know, I'm not trying to insult Bones or anything, because he's a fun figure to have, but... So what are my final thoughts on Villain Bones from the Power Rangers Dino Charge Action Hero series. Well, this villain wave has been really great for me so far. Right now, at the moment I'm filming this review, I just have Bones, Vivix, Fury, Wrench, and Ice Monster. Yeah. Vivix and Fury are from an earlier wave, but you know what I mean. They're still villains. And, you know, I really can't wait to get the rest of them, like Vivizord and the Puzzler, or whatever his name is. Sledge, I believe, was one. So I'm really excited to get all those other guys also. But, this is the worst one I've gotten so far out of the 5 I currently have. Honestly, 2 out of 5 stars. I mean, I know that there's an explanation for why he's not a very good figure, but that doesn't change the rating any. 2 out of 5 stars. The great detail and paint is what really saves this figure. I mean, it's better detail and paint than some of these other villains. I mean, I picked out the best villains first to get, so that's the best one. But he's got better detail and paint than, say, Curio, who kind of just looks like a garbage figure, honestly. Don't tell him I said that, though, because I am going to buy him very soon. Or her. Is that a guy or a girl? I don't remember. I think it was a dude, right? Right? I don't remember. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Gender's irrelevant. But, yeah. He's a neat figure to have. I don't regret picking him up in the slightest. I think he was worth the money I paid for him, $8.99. And, you know, honestly, he's cool. He's one of my favorite villains from the Sentai. He looks good with the rest of my Rangers. Going to be part of my villain army. And I'm really happy to have him. Don't regret buying him at all. I'm just saying, for you guys who might only want to get 1 or 2 villains for your Power Rangers, I'd say pass on this guy. If you're only getting 1 or 2, definitely get Ice Monster. Maybe Wrench and Fury are pretty great ones too. I love all these figures. I've been messing with them non-stop. I love the Action Hero line. They remind me of Power Ranger figures from when I was a kid, and they're not super expensive like Figure Arts. I got the Mighty Morphin Figure Arts team, and it cost me hundreds of dollars. I mean, wow. And now, because I got them all mostly when they came out, I could sell 2 of them and make all that money back. Like, that's how much they cost now. So, yeah, I am very glad for these cheaper figures, and I'm very glad they're putting out a bunch of villains, because Figure Arts doesn't really do many villains at all, and when they do, they're all exclusives. So, yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, follow you back on Twitter. Just all kinds of great stuff, you guys. All kinds of great stuff. But yeah, thank you once again, and I'll see you all later.